Hi, I'm Selena. Welcome to the Core Fit lifestyle. Come do Pilates with me. So I decided to do this video to compare the same exercises on the mat using a chair from your home, on the Pilates chair and the reformer. We're starting with the swan. The difference between doing the exercises on the mat is that you have to remember to cue yourself to engage all the multitude of muscles that are used in one Pilates exercise. So for example, I've drawn my shoulders into my back, my upper body is fully engaged. Even though my upper body is engaged, I'm not pushing into my shoulders, I'm using my navel to lift. It's really important to engage in the navel when you're doing this exercise. We're also going to squeeze the side legs on the chair, the face of the legs. So you're pressing into the chair as if you want to break the chair, pulling the shoulders in the back, lifting from the navel and directing the chest up toward the chair. It's important to keep strong legs and press the feet down into the floor. We also want to clear the floor with the ribs. So we're reaching and lengthening the body. It's a lot of different things to concentrate on at once. There's two levels that you can use when you extend your arms further. You have to remember not to load the shoulders, so it's even more important to engage in lifting from the underside of your belly, pushing the rib cage out. It's more of an extension stretch in the upper spine when you extend your arms and elevate them higher. And the inhale happens as you rise, exhale as you release, and try and keep the release and the descent slow, controlling with the navel. On the Pilates chair, it's important to keep the shoulders anchored in the back and use the navel to lift and elevate the upper body, holding the legs in their place. We keep them long and press the feet together. When your legs are engaged, it helps to release tension from the lower back and relieve the load of the lower back. Use the legs, use the navel to pull the ribs and chest up. The springs do assist you, so this is a little less intense than the mat. On the Pilates reformer, we're drawing the hands back, keeping the shoulders anchored in the back. So we're going to get a lot more engagement in more muscles in the arms and the upper back than when we were on the floor or on the Pilates chair. So you get a little bit more on the reformer. You still have to remember to lift the navel. You still have to pull the ribs out and up and keep the legs engaged. And we try and match the movement with the breathing, so we take the breath all the way in on the way up. Exhale to come down. And we'll be working on the next move, which is the teaser. You can do this on the mat, extending the legs, a really deep stretch, moving them down to 45 degrees. Trying to keep the connection between the top of the throat and the pubic bone. So we're pulling down from the top of the chest down to the navel, trying to save the neck. And we move into the 100, long legs, push down as if you have two balloons under your hands, keep the shoulders anchored, and don't forget to breathe. It's 5 inhales, 5 exhales. When using a chair from your home, it makes it a little easier because you can take the level down by leaving your legs on the chair, thereby releasing some of the load of the legs on the abdominals and the lower back. You can also move a little slower if you need to take the level down. Engage the upper back, envisioning 2 balloons under your hands, and remember to take breaks. Of course, there's always the way that you can move into the advanced level, and the height of the seat of the chair will assist you in getting a little bit more. It's the engagement of the lower abdominal to pick the legs up and release them off the chair, keeping the legs long, making sure to keep the connection in the front of the body and offload the neck. So the throat pulling down toward the pubic bone, and we imagine 2 balloons under the hands. Keep the shoulders anchored and don't forget to breathe. It's 5 inhales, 5 exhales, and moving slow. On the Pilates chair, we have the height of the chair that assists us in holding our legs at an elevation that is challenging. The unstable pedals make you concentrate on holding your navel close to the spine. We're going to begin by rolling the spine down. And the springs actually assist you because it takes some of the weight off of your back. It's a little easier here. The springs are holding you, but you're using the resistance of the springs to engage the shoulders and muscles in the upper back. So here we get a little bit more work in our teaser, a little bit more upper body on the chair. Starting out slow, gauge the height of your legs, turn the chin down to roll yourself up. Keep the navel connected to the back. This is the more advanced version where we're holding the legs above the height of the chair, using the navel to scoop back and roll the pelvis down toward the mat. Always engaging in the upper back, shoulders down, hold the legs steady, and really use the resistance of the springs to get a little bit more work in the muscles of the upper back. This is a posture correction exercise. Upper back muscles strong, shoulders stay down, back stays strong. On the reformer, we recreate the teaser exercise by using the box and the straps. Taking your time to mount, positioning the body in such a way that the shoulders are free of the box. You're curled down from the chest to the pubic bone, engaging in the abdominals. Keeping the shoulders down, we try and keep the bend out of the elbow. Just a soft elbow is enough. And we're getting a little additional work on a light spring for the chest and arm muscles. While holding the teaser, keep pulling the chest toward the thighs and maintain control. The roll down exercise is where we begin our elephant. On the mat, keeping the feet flat and planted on the floor, we just take small steps to walk it up, scooping up through the abdominal, pulling the navel up into the spine, tucking the tail between the legs, and keeping your vision on the top of the thighs. Curl through the chin, scoop up, and maintain long legs, creating space underneath you by pulling the navel up and rounding up in the spine. It looks simple, but it's not easy. And to completely roll up, scooping the tail between the legs, pulling the navel up, upright pelvis, upright ribs, upright shoulders, head up over shoulders. Take your time to roll down, engaging in your abdominals, steady, long legs, pull up the back of the pelvis, body weight comes over the hands, round up in the chest, round up in the ribs, pulling up on the navel, lower back is lifting. Now we're unweighting our arms and pulling the body weight up toward the sky with the abdominals, with the navel. Keep the pelvis lifted and the legs long. Body weight 50% over the hands and the front of your feet. Keep the weight over the front of the feet, tuck the tail between the legs and stabilize the pelvis, upright the ribs, upright the shoulders and the head. On the Pilates chair, body weight goes forward over the pedals. The instability of the pedals increases the work in the abdominal. Body weight over the front of the feet. Try not to load the shoulder, but really focus on pulling up with the navel, curling and resisting the springs, tucking the chin under the chest. Imagine a tail between your legs, tuck, scoop that pelvis, and exhale as you round up, transferring body weight from front to back. And slowly roll to come back. Now we're going to do the same exercise on the reformer, hands on the foot bar. We're on one red spring. Keeping the feet flat, draw the legs up long, pelvis is lifted, navel is lifted, rounding up in the ribs, tuck, curl through the underside of your body. As the carriage comes in, you round up like a hairpin, body weight coming off the hands and being suspended upward by the navel. Keep the weight off the hands and the body weight transfers